every turn, like a black person, that person. Oh. Hi guys, I hope you're good and I hope you are well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I'll come to you today looking a bit different, you know. Got no makeup on, no gimmicks, no add-ons, just me and my lemon water and honey water. That's for my throat. It's kind of mixture between a cold, the flu and the really good bank holiday weekend. As you can tell from the title, it's all gonna be about race today, my race story, the stages I've come with it, my understanding of race as being younger and whatnot, all of that stuff. I understand this is quite a hard topic sometimes, which is why I kind of wanted to strip back everything, make it really simple. And I think I might start this as a less talk series, make a point to actually come in front of the camera, really simple, and just you know, talk about real stuff, real life and whatnot. So where should we start? Should we start from the front? If I'm looking down, I've got, oh god, if I'm looking down, I've got a bit of paper with some notes because I didn't want to miss out the points. So let's start at the beginning, I guess. So I am originally from Zimbabwe and I came here when I think I just turned 8. If you haven't seen my get to know me video, I'll link it down below. And at this point, I really couldn't speak much English. I was, you know, this shy, naive little girl, as most 7-8-year-olds are. And honest to God, I didn't even know that race was a thing. I literally did not. As weird as that sounds, I didn't know race was a thing. I looked at myself and I was like, I'm just a person. I didn't even know it existed. So the time I actually knew race actually existed is when I went to school. And not because I started seeing different people around me, no. It was because people started bullying me because of it. And, you know, kind of reminding me, they made me see, actually, should I say, because I honestly wasn't even aware that I was different. So I got bullied because, obviously, just race, being different. I don't think it was all just race. It was just being different in general, different hair or maybe culture or maybe just not fitting in. But I would say probably 70% of it was because of race and skin colour. So this is when I actually started realising, I was like, wow, I'm actually different. We're not all the same. What? That was my thought process at the time. What? Why? How come no one's spoken to me about it? No one had said nothing about race or anything and I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. But it's just, I don't think anyone cared. No one thought it was a thing. It just wasn't a thing to even have a conversation about. So, yeah, so that comes out primary school, and then that kind of went on until towards the end of primary school. So year 11, that's the last year, or second to last year, year 11, what am I saying? Year 5, sorry. In England, obviously high school, primary school, oh my god. Primary school goes up to year 6. So I think it was in the middle of year 5, year 6-ish, learned to stand up for myself and the bullying stopped. From there, I kind of went on to high school, and I think from there on I kind of experienced the normal amount of bullying that most people do, I think. I don't know. That most people that I know anyway, everyone's experienced something in life, whether it's due to your race, anything, some kind of anything. Everyone's experienced some kind of discrimination for something, or just kids are mean. Kids are mean sometimes. So yeah, And then obviously it wasn't that bad because I learned to stand up for myself, and obviously I was a bit more aware of like race and that there's mean people out there in the world. And at this point I lived in Harrogate. I moved around like here and there for like 6 months or there and whatnot, but mostly I've lived in Harrogate for like 99% of the time that I've been here. And I'm 23 right now. Sorry about my voice, by the way. So, and Harrogate is a very small town made up of mostly white people. There isn't really a cultural mix here. And on top of that, it's like kind of middle class going upwards, or maybe at the time it was, but okay, it's literally, I think this was a couple of years back, it was one of the happiest places to live in England, or like the richest places or something. Like that's how, what the class is like. Obviously in every town, every city you have, you know, different kinds of people and whatnot, but yeah, I think that gives you a bit of an idea of what I'm trying to say. And at that point, obviously I started noticing little things here and there, you know, just comments, snidey comments from people, all of that. And sometimes it hurt, sometimes you took it like personally, sometimes it's just, you know, whatever, like I'm gonna mind my own business, not even taking account what you're saying or anything. And like at the end of the day, we're all human. So this could be from kids, from the kids' mums. This could be from comments or from stairs in town or anything. It could be literally anything. So yeah, that kind of went on, and I think that's kind of normal because at the end of the day, I don't think racism is going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think homophobia is going anywhere anytime soon. It's getting better, but I don't think we can completely wipe those things out of the world. So at that time, it wasn't really that big of an issue. So then I went to university. I went to university in Birmingham. I have a story time about when I was in uni. I'll link that down below as well. I went to uni in Birmingham, and Birmingham was obviously multicultural, and it's like, don't quote me on this, but I think it's the second biggest city in the UK, I think. Like literally it was so multicultural. Literally I would walk and there'll be a hair shop there, and in Harrogate, what? You would not even find that at all. So things kind of changed. I was like, wow, okay, this is how the other side live. Like everywhere you turn, like a black person, oh, Asian person. Like it was just so nice, and it was like I was wowed because it's something I hadn't been used to. So yeah, that happened, and obviously throughout all this time, even at times when I didn't let it get to me, or I didn't experience a lot of like comments in regards to my race and all that, there's still obviously going to be the odd person here and there. So, and then after uni, I came back to Harrogate, and then I think because after being in Birmingham in such a multicultural place, and then coming back to Harrogate, I started noticing like, yo, you'd think I was naked. Like I'd walk out and like, I don't know, maybe it was in my brain, like stares, like comments. I started noticing a bit more of that, like, and I knew at this point, obviously, that, well, I'm actually different, like, or at least other people see me as different. Like, I just see, well, humans, like, we're just humans, end of. And then I'll fast forward maybe a couple of years or whatever. Last September, I went to Greece. It was full of Europeans, basically every white race and ethnicity you could think of. And I swear to you, I went there with my parents and my little brother. And in the hotel we were staying at, there was only one other black person, and I saw one Asian guy. The whole hotel. And I think in the whole trip, maximum I didn't see more than 10 people of different like races, including us four. So imagine I went to Crete, and I swear to you, this is nothing against obviously Greece or anything. I'm actually going there in about a month or so, so nothing against it whatsoever. But I just think they're not used to that. Like, we think we have it bad in the UK, or some people do. We don't have it bad at all. I think we are coming up with the world in terms of people are coming to accept it and whatnot. That, yo, I'm black and I'm here. There's nothing you can do about it. They just, whether they like it or they don't like it, they come into terms with the situation, right? Sorry, I'm itchy. So yeah, it's the first time that really, really badly I was reminded, yo, you're black. Like, you are black. You are not the same. You look different to everyone else. You are not. You'd think I was a cat or something. Even people love cats, actually. I don't know. You'd think I was maybe a zebra, like something that you don't see on an everyday basis. It was just the little comments. Even in their language, they would look and then you know when someone's talking about you. So I don't know what they'll be saying, like, oh, maybe how can they afford being here or something. I don't know, it could even be something nice, but it was just the way that they made me feel. Like, you know, when someone looks at you and then starts talking and starts laughing, what you're going to think? I'm going to think you're talking about me, and I'm going to think it was a negative thing that you were saying. And more than anything, thing that surprised me is the children. Like, the young ones. Like, one nearly walked into a chair because she was just staring. She would be like walking towards wherever she's going. She would be staring. Like, you don't even understand. Like, staring. And the parents won't do anything about it. And this brings me back to when I was younger. I didn't even know what the hell. I didn't even see that. No one has spoken to me about it. Fair enough. Maybe the parents have never spoken to them about it, but no one has spoken to me about it, and I didn't even see it regardless. Like, it just wasn't a thing. Like, everyone was just a person. So the fact, it just blows my mind that especially younger children, they were looking at me like literally like I don't even know. Like, it was crazy. It blew my absolute mind. And like I said, this is nothing against Greece or anything. This all goes like across the years when I've gone abroad. Like I said, I think in the UK, as much as we think we've got it bad, we don't have it that bad. That's the honest truth. We don't have it that bad. So yeah, so right now I'm kind of just obviously back to that stage where, you know, it is what it is. You've accepted. I know that I'm different. Well, people see me as different, and it is what it is. And yeah, just like neutral. Like, when it comes, sometimes, you know, you're human. Sometimes it gets to you and you say something. Sometimes they say something and it gets to you and you don't say something. Like, I'm just like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. So that's kind of my story of how I kind of grew up and all the different stages of knowing or understanding what race is, kind of thing. And right now I'm kind of in a place where I just don't understand it. Like, I don't understand how you can dislike someone from the colour of their skin or stereotype someone from the colour of their skin. I don't understand how you can not like a certain group of people because of the colour of their skin. That person's hair, that person's class, that person's sexuality. Like, I don't understand, because at the end of the day, we are humans. You cut me, I'm gonna bleed red blood. You cut an Asian person, they're gonna bleed red blood. You cut a white person, they're gonna bleed red blood. You cut a Chinese person, they're gonna bleed red blood. Like, we are people. Are we not all taught that at the end of the day, like, just be a good person? Like, period. Not including religion into it or anything. Like, just be a good person. That's it. Or at least try to be a good person. I just don't understand it. And the whole thing of, oh, the old generation, they're still catching up to it. No, it's all BS. At the end of the day, it is absolute BS, because I feel like we've given them time to catch up. Fair enough, you can say they're set in their own ways. Well, don't be set in your own ways. Change it then. Do something. Act differently. Try to understand that race that you were always told a certain thing about them. Try and break out of that. We all have choices at the end of the day. We all have choices. We all make choices. And regardless of, I think, what you were taught, at the end of the day, as long as you are kind of old enough to understand, or to somewhat understand on a level, you can do your own research. You can, when I mean research, I don't mean like computer research. Obviously, you're not going to research a race, but you can make friends with that person, get to talk to them, know them. Like, if that's what's going to take you not to discriminate certain groups in that kind of way, like, and then you will see that we are all the same. We are all the same. Nothing differs. We are the same. We might have different upbringings, different opinions, different problems, different struggles, but we are the same. And it still baffles my mind. But at the end of the day, and this is where I'm going to leave the video, like I said, it's not going anywhere. Hopefully Oni just keeps on getting better, but it's not going anywhere, my friend. It's not going anywhere. People will still remind me that I'm black, as if like I can't see, as if like I'm still that 7-year-old little girl. They'll remind me of my class still. They'll just remind me of stuff as if like I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. I can see that I'm black, but at the end of the day, it doesn't affect my personality. It doesn't affect the person that I am. It doesn't impact me. Like, it actually doesn't. The only thing it makes a difference, yeah, is when I go on holiday and I come back to a hot country and I come back a bit darker than you, because I'm already darker. Like, that is literally the only difference. The only difference whatsoever. Oh, okay. I'm going to feel myself getting a bit passionate about this. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you made it to the end, thank you. And let's start discussion. Tell me what you think. If I offended anyone or said something in, like, if it came across badly, please, if you don't understand, ask me. I didn't intend to, you know, to hurt anyone's feelings or anything. Yeah, and I hope I kind of got that video across the way I wanted to. But again, thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I can make this a weekly thing, obviously depending how much you guys like them. And don't forget to share and subscribe and like this video, and let's start a discussion in the comments. Tell me your thoughts, tell me your experiences with race and just discrimination. If it doesn't have to be racism, I just picked that because that's what's affected me more. But it could literally be just discrimination on your class, or it could be just judgment on the person that you are in general, that kind of thing. But thank you so much yet again. I'll stop rambling on, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Bye.